What is going on, Renegades? Strizzy Report is here. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. I am the unemployed entrepreneur. I've been fired, I've quit, and it got me all to here. Divine intervention, I don't know. All I know is that my last job with this company, they canned me, and they canned me pretty quickly. On December 26th, train number 66 left 100 passengers, and guess who was one of the managers on duty at that time when the train's conductor just took off? We didn't board the train. It just smeared off, left 100 passengers. Yours truly. I got suspended, and then, of course, I knew the news was coming. I would have been fired. Right after it happened, I was on the train myself, not that train, but another train, a local regional train from Maryland. I was on that, headed home, and they told me, hey, Stace, we left 100 people behind. I said, man, I'm on the, like, how do you want me to come back? Like, I mean, I am on the train. There were two other managers on. Hey, do you need me to call hotels? Whatever I could do. I'm on, like, I can't jump off the train and come back. She said, no, I got it. But guess what? We didn't have it. 100 people, big news. I don't know if you know, in D.C., there's a lot of people that works at the House of Representatives, Congress, Senate, whatever. They take these trains, they go home. A lot of them live in Virginia, a lot of them live in Maryland, but when someone like the government, which Amtrak is private, federally funded, how's that work? Okay, well, someone I believe was on that train. They're not going to let this go. It was bad anyway for customer service. I'm not condoning it. It's not something that I agree with as a manager. In fact, that night I wrote like a 4-page preventative and mitigation plan that we would never, ever let this happen again on my watch. But it was too late. Too late, Strez. You gotta go. So after I was suspended, I started going into a sort of depression, but I don't know if it was a real one. I was elated at the beginning, and then towards the middle, I said, you know what? If I'm suspended, they got me out. They're going to call me back. They're going to terminate me. I mean, what do I have? I just been there for 6 months. They're not going to, I'm a small peon on any measure. They might keep another manager and not me, even though we were all in there, just because I just don't have time with them. If you work for a company like this, pension is everything to these folks. Some people work there 30, 35 years. I get scared with those numbers being in a 9-to-5. I wasn't 100% sold because, I'm an unemployed entrepreneur. I always think like an entrepreneur. And my goal was to get the job, secure some funding, work on some things that I need to work on, credit, this, that, and then really start my business. What was that business going to be? I didn't know. I just knew that it was going to be something. But in the meantime, I'll get up every day. I'll work long hours. It was 10 to 12 hours daily. You're on your feet all the time. In fact, I had so many calluses and foot plantar fasciitis. I had a lot of problems with this just because I was on my feet and the floor, it was cobblestone. It was not conducive to standing and walking that long. So either way, I'm okay with it. But as soon as I got terminated, the feelings that I had initially were I was elated. I was happy. I was like, you know what? I'm gone now. I'm good. So I turned around quickly and said, you know what? The easiest thing to start is a cargo van business. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to deep dive it. I know nothing about it. I'm going to learn everything about it. And where did I come? I came to the good old YouTube. I'm watching everyone say that this business is not good. This business is not giving in anything. They're paying so much for insurance. It's just too much overhead. Striz still went through it. You can watch these videos that I have. I went all over the country. And the last week of me doing that, I did not get a load. I was stuck in Montana. Then I went to Idaho. Then I went to Wyoming. Then I went to Kansas. And then I had to go to Texas. This is all without a load. I got one load from Kansas City to Texas. However, after that, it was a wrap. So on my own dime, gas, food, whatever, I had to drive back home. And on my way back home, I was like, I'm out. I'm out of the game. Insurance is coming up. I'm renting this vehicle. I just wasted so much money on gas. Like, how could I really survive here in the streets? So just having no loads for 8 days completely threw me out of the box. So that's something that I tried, and I said, you know what? I can't do this. It's just too much overhead. And I have to be honest with myself. And then I'm on YouTube, like just researching. There's a couple people that I watch faithfully, but I'm always doing something to learn more, as an entrepreneur or as people that are just like, I think, adverse to the conventional 9 to 5s, or just kind of like they tried it. I tried it. I tried it so many times, guys. I really tried it. But it's just not for me. And that type of person, I believe more so, we research a lot. We want to know a lot. We want to learn. We're always learning. And then I think that's a great quality of an entrepreneur, of a person, to just have a continuous improvement plan on themselves so that things don't get stale. So as I had all this time, right? I'm back off the road. I don't have a job. The bills are stacking up. I'm kind of trying to keep in good spirits. Um, you know, I'm learning at the same time. And one of the things that I found about myself during this time is that I like researching. Like, I really enjoy learning. I really enjoy researching. And if I could do the hard work of just, putting time in and give it to you guys simplified, I think that's a niche. I think that's a way that I could really get back into the business side of the world. I'm focused on a service business. I'm focused on a product-based business. But the service business that I chose, I always seem to choose the businesses that are the road less traveled, or it's a hill with a lot of potholes on it. Like, out of everything you should have chose when you got fired, why this one with the most overhead? Like, come on. I could have put a vending machine somewhere and probably been better off, right? But either way, I'm not here to say it. We all make mistakes. We all trip up. We all skin our knees. We all get bruised up badly. It was such a devastating blow to me because, for me, the person that's elated, another colleague that was also terminated, I called her, and, her meeting was after mine. They set up the meetings. And I got to show you exactly what they gave me, too. At the end of that meeting, they gave me like some Amtrak pins. Like, what the fuck do you think I'm gonna do with this now? Right? Like, okay, you want to give me great like internal customer service when you just terminated me and give me some pins that I can put on my freezer? Like, what do you think? You're lucky I didn't throw away this hat. I still have it. But she was crying. She was devastated. I mean, she has 3 kids. She has a home. She has a life. She's been there for 18 years, guys. Me, I've been there for 6 months looking for a way out. Hated the place, But I went to work every day and I put the work in. Like, I actually care. Like, anything that I do, I actually care about its success. Like, you can't stamp your name on it and not care about the success. So even though we're entrepreneurs, we got a 9 to 5. That doesn't mean that we're lazy and we hate it and we're cursing everyone out and we don't want to be bothered. No, it just means that in the background, we are working on something else, something different. But I know how it felt for her, because it's what she knows. It's the only thing she knows. See, a person like me, I've been around. I moved a lot. I worked in a few different places. I started a few different businesses. I moved around, so I'm very adaptable and a little stronger than the average person when it comes to bad news or failures, right? Because I've been through it. I've been through it. But there comes a point where you're like, damn, when you're all alone and it's just you, and before you go to sleep, you start thinking, I fucked up. Damn, I fucked up. I should have did this. I should have did it that way. You know what? I should have stood over that night. Maybe 100 people wouldn't have been left. I should have asked the question. The whole shoulda, woulda, coulda thing, it just like the whole thing just takes over you. So I had to snap out of it. And that's why I think I quickly jumped in that cargo van business, which I do have my MC number and DOT number. I'm ready to start again. I'm still, if it's not local contracts, if it's not, I'm going down the street or up the road. Yeah, we're not doing the OTR anymore. We're not doing that long distance. But I always wanted to help people. This is one of the things that I think is innate with me. When you work on your profile and you work on yourself and you start really getting to the nitty-gritty, because you always get these questions like, what are you interested in? Like, what are your hobbies? What are you passionate about? And I'm always like, forget the passion, bro. It's time to get this money. We're gonna get some of the best businesses has nothing to do with people's passion. So I'm always on the alter side of things, thinking about things a little differently. But because I've had the time, I'm with myself, for myself, by myself, I started thinking, like, what does tick me? Like, what makes me move? What makes me happy? What makes me excited? And the things that do is helping people, like, naturally. You gotta ask anyone that knows me. The one thing that I will do is help you in any way that I can. And the best type of help that I love giving people is actually showing them how to do something that could benefit their lives tenfold. That'll make them never have to ask me another question again. Because I rather show people to the bank where the water is, and we could go and I'll teach you how to fish, than me giving you 2 pieces of fish. That's just how I feel. But this period in my life is the most roughest hit because I'm older, and with all the knowledge that I have, and I was just talking to a friend of mine, and I said, damn, I'm a dumbass smart person. I am so dumb, because we're too smart for our own good. And I think it impedes us in a growing stance or in trying something different. I've learned so much in these last month, in this last month, than I've did in my last 3 years, because I've stopped learning. I just was working a 9 to 5, go home tired, shower, do it again, and that shit gets redundant. And at some point, you're just like, this is not life. This is not me. This is not the true me. At some point. So I know it was a divine intervention that happened. And I know sometimes you may look at it like, you got fired. Yeah, fuck, so what? So what? It was a divine intervention. It's for you to really go find out who you are and what you truly want out of life. Because, hey, that's what I'm doing right now. And I got no time to sit around and pout. I got no time to sit around and ask, why me? I'm not doing it. I'm not going to victimize myself with that. I'm just going to keep moving, keep learning, keep growing, and keep helping. And I think if I don't stop doing that, then it's limitless for me. It's limitless. So renegades, entrepreneurs, unemployed entrepreneurs, keep going. Don't stop. I know it sounds cliche. Just keep moving forward. Just another day. I know it sucks. I know. I've been in it. I've been in it. I've been there. I am there. I'm there right now. I know it sucks. But every day you get up. Every day do something that pushes you a little further. Do something that makes you a little more unique to yourself. Learn something, read something, take a walk. Sign up to the gym. Go take that cooking class. Go take that project management class. Go read that book. Do something that just pushes you forward so you're not staying stagnant, because to stay stagnant, that's when this thing kicks in, and you don't want that thing to kick in and start patting you on your back and telling you that you're a victim and that guess what? It was everyone else's fault. It's not your fault. Look what this person did to you. Look what the person did to me. Don't take that. Don't sit there. Don't settle for that. It's a waste of time. All right? It's a waste of time. So unemployed entrepreneurs, renegade hustlers, or people that just needed to hear this message, I salute you. Keep going. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. This is the type of content that I'm doing. Also, I'm just helping people out in any which way I can. Help, baby. I want to help as many people as I can in my natural life. That's just what it is. The more people I help, the more people I serve, the richer I am. And that's just real. The richer I am. Have a good one, guys. Be blessed.